Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. Yes, we are getting ready to talk with some additional authors from My Walk Past Hell. Now, many of you know that we've already had Dr. Yolanda Jerry and several of the authors. There are a total of 30 authors in this compilation project, My Walk Past Hell. So today, as we get ready to get started, we're asking that you grab your virtual seats. Make sure you share this broadcast with your friends, your family, your coworkers. Let people know that the Kim Jacobs Show is on the air. Welcome, ladies. And we're going to have a great show lined up for you. Get ready to take notes, ask questions. When I pop the person on the screen, if you have a question for them, go ahead and type that question. I'll go ahead and get it answered as quickly as I can to give everyone, give everyone a chance to speak today. So we're going to go ahead and have a great show lined up for you. I hope you're in your virtual seats and ready to get started with the Kim Jacobs Show, My Walk Past Hell, Part 4. Hi, I'm Kim Jacobs, the Balance Doctor. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. Be sure to subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show right on YouTube. Turn on your notification bell to all so you never miss a beat. And guess what? Every time you watch, you're going to receive a real relevant and relatable guest that's going to share with you a piece of the puzzle on this journey called life that will help you be able to manage just a little bit smoother. At the end of the day, the Kim Jacobs Show goal is to be able to provide balance to the world, one household at a time. Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show. All right, everyone. Welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show. And today I have authors of My Walk Past Hell right here in the Kim Jacobs studio. I have Dr. Yolanda Jerry, who is the person that spearheaded this entire project. And so I am going to go right into it. Not a lot of talking. We're just going to jump straight into today's episode. Dr. Yolanda Jerry. Dr. Yolanda Jerry is centered at the heart of every philanthropist. Echoing that notion at its finest is the diversified professional, Dr. Yolanda Jerry. She is a retired Air Force veteran, best-selling author, speaker, business guru, and CEO and founder of YJ Empowerment Solutions, LLC, as well as YJ Inspires, a multidisciplinary advocacy program invented to help clients push beyond their past traumas and elevate to the next level, both personally and professionally. Dr. Jerry is affectionately known by everyone that knows her as the empowerment advocate. And also, I can tell you right now, you go ahead and hashtag it, Dr. Jerry's tribe, because she is definitely in charge of a tribe of women that believe in her and she believes in them. Welcome, Dr. Yolanda Jerry. How are you?
I am good. I'm blessed. It's what, hump day? Is it hump day?
Yeah. This week I was thrown off. I was like, what? This week seems like it's going a little bit slower to me, but yes.
Well, thanks, Kim, for the introduction. And thank you so much just for being able to allow all of these beautiful women come on your platform and share a little bit of their story and why they decided to be a part of the anthology. I'm thankful. I know they're thankful as well, and they'll get a chance to tell you how they feel too as well along the show.
Excellent. And can you tell everyone why you even put this project together and why you chose 30 authors? That's a good amount of authors to pull together.
It is a lot. I know people think that's a big number, but the truth is, a lot of people have stories that are not for them. It's not for them to keep. And it's also for them to also go on a healing journey, not just for the author themselves, but also other individuals who may be suffering the same type of trauma right now in their lives. And the reason the book is titled My Walk Past Hell is because, we all have trauma, but we have some women, these women right here, that's a part of this anthology. They have some real gritty trauma that they've gone through, and you'll be like, wow. I was on an emotional roller coaster when I was reading these chapters, but at the end it's just like, but God got them through all of this hell, and now they're here to be able to use their voice, be able to use their words, and be able to share it with the world.
Excellent, excellent. Well, again, hashtag Dr. Jerry's Tribe, everyone, because we are talking with Yolanda Jerry and all of the authors of My Walk Past Hell. So today we've been blessed with another 5 authors that make up this anthology. Let me pull up the actual image of the photo and tell everyone. It's going to pop right in the middle of the screen here. Tell us what we're seeing, Dr. Jerry.
What you see is exactly what that title says, My Walk Past Hell. That's that woman walking. She's not burning in hell. She's going past it.
Mm-hmm. Now you see that image, everyone. If you can see that image there, it's a woman she's looked like she's been through the fire, but she's gone past it. So my walk past. I love it. I love it. Okay. Wow. I am so impressed. And you all have to get a copy of this book. When is the book scheduled to be released, Dr. Jerry?
The last week of April. The actual date of the release will be announced probably the first week in April.
All right. And you're going to have a big launch party type of thing?
Oh, we're going to do it big.
Y'all make sure I'm in the house. Please make sure I'm invited. Okay. I plan on attending that launch party. That's for sure. All right. So let's go to Cynthia E. I don't know why I'm calling you doctor, because I think we've been talking about doctor so much, right?
Everybody's going to be a doctor before long, Kim. Just watch.
Okay. So existence. That could be prophecy, right? All right. Cynthia Fields was born and raised in the San Francisco Bay Area. She's a wife of 14 years, currently residing in, is it Vallejo, California?
Yes.
Okay, Vallejo, California, with her husband, Richard. Baptized into Christ in 1994, she enjoys studying God's word and using it to teach and encourage others. Her professional experience includes over 15 years in corporate human resources. Welcome, Cynthia. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm so glad to have you on today. And I can't wait to hear a little bit about your chapter. Tell us what you're going to be able to reveal to us. I know Dr. Jerry has you all on lock and key. So whatever you're able to share with us today, share it.
Right. So first thing, buy the book. So I won't share all the details of my chapter, but I'll share the beginning title. It's My Thorn in the Flesh, ... So I won't share what that thorn in the flesh is exactly. You'll have to buy the book to find out, but it's basically me going through a health issue for over 10 years, and a particular issue that's only females would deal with.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So not just the physical aspects of it, but a lot of times when we're in pain or we're in discomfort, at least for me, I was immobilized a lot of the time. And so I had a lot of time to just sit and think. And I thought a lot about, it attacked me physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually.
Wow, that's going to be interesting. So what advice let me go to a different view here so everybody can chime in, because we all have experienced some type of thorn in our sides and thorn in our flesh, right? Just by show of hands, right? So as we have experienced this, what advice, Cynthia, since this kind of focuses on your area of expertise, but any of you on the panel, how do you recommend that people deal with thorns in their sides? And Cynthia, obviously you can share, or anybody else can unmute yourself and share too.
Well, for me, as far as like the mental aspect of it, it was a lot of conversations that I was having with myself, and a lot of negative conversations that got me down and took me down the hole of depression. And so I had to learn how to turn those thoughts and those conversations around to be more positive. But it took a while. It took some years, quite honestly. And it didn't really go away until the problem was resolved. So it was like this constant battle, these constant conversations. Like if you see those cartoons where you have like Satan is on one side and there's an angel on one side, and Satan is talking to you and saying all these negative things to you about, you're the only one going through this, and God chose you to suffer. Like I had a lot of those type of conversations, and then I had to combat that a lot of times with scripture. To share with me, like, there's nothing new under the sun. You are not the only one. You may feel like you're the only one, but you're not. But it was just like this constant battle back and forth, back and forth. And even just that part was draining.
Right.
So there was a lot of work that went into it to like help me to build myself up.
Excellent. Excellent feedback. Listen, everyone, if you have questions for Cynthia, make sure you type them in the comments section. And Cynthia, how can people, I know you said you've been in human resources for over 15 years. Is there anything that you want as far as contact information, share it with the community here?
Yes, I can be found on LinkedIn, Cynthia E. Fields. So Cynthia_E_Fields. And I'm also on Clubhouse under Cynthia E. Fields. Those are the best ways to contact me.
Okay, so we'll put that information up. It's going to be Cynthia_E. Did you say _Fields?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's on all social media platforms and on Clubhouse as well under @Cynthia Fields.
Cynthia E. Fields.
Under Cynthia E. Fields. And if all of you that are on today, if you want to put any of your contact information over in the private chat, we'll be able to pop it right over in there. So once we have that, we'll put it right up for you. So make sure you guys stay connected with Cynthia. She's on Clubhouse. And what are you talking about on Clubhouse, Cynthia?
I've been on panels where I'm talking about empowerment and talking about confidence.
Excellent. Excellent.
For women, especially, if you're trying to level up with regards to your career or even professionally.
Okay. Very, very good. So what we're going to do, that's outstanding. So make sure you check her out on Clubhouse. And what days are you on Clubhouse?
Tuesdays at 2 p.m.
Okay.
And I collaborate with another co-author, Lee.
Oh, okay. Okay. So make sure you all check her out Tuesdays at 2:00 p.m. I'm going to put that in the comments section here. On LinkedIn, she's Cynthia_E_Fields. And we have that information here for you. And then also Clubhouse at Cynthia E. Fields. And that's Tuesdays at 2:00 p.m. Thank you so much, Cynthia, for being on today. And somebody said, well said, Cynthia. Marilyn, she said, well said, Cynthia. And a lot of your co-authors are on here typing Dr. Jerry's Tribe. Let's see. Come on through. Somebody said, come on, three sisters. Y'all look amazing. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Queens. Dr. Jerry's Tribe, Dr. Jerry's Tribe, Dr. Jerry's Tribe. Everybody's very supportive of you all today. And so glad to have all of you in the studio audience as well. You do make a difference. Okay, so we're going to go to Brenda. Where is Brenda? Okay, Brenda, I'm going to pull you over here. We're going to rock and roll and introduce the lovely Brenda here. She has the gift of inspiration and is one of her most significant traits of a natural born leader, having the courage to live out values of integrity, discipline, and transparency in the face of generation on a verge of malfeasance is an honored rarity, assumed by few. Leading by example is the compassionate professional Brenda Young. She's also an author, a women's advocate. She's also a business generalist, CPR instructor, correctional captain, and CEO and founder of Babs Jules LLC. She's also has a mantra that she believes her sole purpose in life is to inspire and be inspired by women, uplifting one another, being inspired by women who uplift one another. She is no stranger to inspirational leadership, and she has served many years in the armed forces. So there's a lot of you all that are in the armed forces. Okay, I'm hearing that as a common thread. So this is interesting. Through her acts of service in both naval expedition and correctional facility leadership. She has also shown a regard for higher learning, having earned her associate's degree in applied business office technology, accompanied by achieving honors of perfect attendance and making the dean's list in her academic excellence. So Brenda Young is a leader, advocate, and inspirationalist. Welcome, Brenda.
Good morning.
I'm so glad to have you on today, and tell us a little bit about your chapter and what we can expect when we get My Walk Past Hell.
So my chapter is called My Bonus Kid Saved My Life, because I don't have any biologicals. And I suffer from polycystic ovarian syndrome. So I'm going to take you through my journey of learning that just because I didn't have them biologically doesn't mean that they're not mine.
Wow. That is so well said in a nutshell. Okay. Wow. Okay. So now again, everyone, I'm hearing these comments for the first time right here on the show, right, Dr. Jerry? So it's not pre-scripted and robotic or anything. I'm hearing that is amazing. So many people don't look at their bonus children as their children, and in the blended family situations, that it's like, this child is your child, right? If you are married to that person and y'all have this bonus child together, right? What
come as a package.
I love it. What advice do you give? And anybody that deals with bonus children, what advice do you give to parents that are in that situation that's treating their bonus child like they're not important?
You have to love them through it all, because the way I look at it, they're yours. You can't treat them as if they're any different, and you have to make it about the kids. It's all about communicating and forming a bond with those kids, because they're going to see you just as much as they see their biological mother. So you just have to make it about the kids and love them through whatever.
Wow. Everybody's saying, can't wait to read the book. Yes, glad that you all are here. And people are super excited about you. The tribe is here. The tribe is here. Awesome job, ladies. So very proud of you. Happy Women's History Month. That's why you can see all of these women coming on throughout this month here on the Kim Jacobs Show. We're celebrating these women from My Walk Past Hell, and their stories are going to change your lives. Good morning, everyone. It's lots, just people said they felt that what you're talking about. Some great information. So making sure that the child is understanding that they're valued and needed in the family. That is so good. Anybody else have any input or thoughts? All right. Well, this is some good stuff. I can't wait to read that chapter. That's going to be good. Okay. Everybody that's learning something already, treating your bonus child like they are a part of the family. And in her case, somehow that bonus child became a blessing in her life, well beyond what she's sharing on this platform today. So
I told you, you're going to have to bring out some Kleenex. You know, we made you cry the last time.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait, because nobody would think that, I don't know about nobody. I can only say myself. Most people would not think that it's going to be the bonus child that's the one that's going to do something that's so significant in your life that they make it into a whole chapter of an anthology, right? So we never know what what God has created someone to be and why they are placed and planted in your life. And I don't know, again, I'm not speaking about her chapter because I don't know her chapter, but I can tell you that God puts people in your path and in your life for a specific purpose and a specific reason. So when we just dismiss people and disregard them and treat them like they're non-existent, then guess what? You might be cutting off your own blessing. That's just from Kim. I said, I'm going to be a part of Dr. Jerry's tribe one way or the other, right? It's like, yo, I'm an honorary member. And they're like, how do you make yourself an honorary? Don't worry about me. I'm an honorary member. All right, let's see. So Pamela, but Brenda, tell us, how can people stay connected with you?
You can go to my website at babsjules.com. And on my website, you'll be able to find me everywhere. And I'm also on Facebook at facebook.com/BabsJules LLC.
Okay, and tell us about Babs Jules right quick.
Babs Jules, I started it as an independent paparazzi jewelry consultant, but I am branching off now to be 100% ownership. So now I am on the path of finding different vendors to just have my own versus being a part of a company.
Go ahead. And the way you saying that is like, I can feel, whoever said I felt that thing, that's what I feel that thing. Like, like, let's do our fingers like, yes, I feel that. That's awesome. I wish you much success. And I believe it's going to happen with no issues. That's for sure. All right.
Because I'm going to be one of her biggest supporters. I've been buying from her for a minute now. So come on with it, Brenda. Let's get the rest of that jewelry. Come on.
All right, everybody. She said she got you. Okay, so that's babsjules.com. Go and support her and encourage her and let her know that the Kim Jacobs Show did send you her way. And you can follow her on Facebook, right, at Babs Jules LLC. All right. Wow. Okay, we have Pamela. Pamela is getting ready to grace us next. Now, Pamela Michelle Tate is an author, community organizer, domestic violence and educational advocate. She is also the executive director of the Black Women Revolt Against Domestic Violence Resource Center. Welcome, Pamela Tate. How are you today?
I am doing well, and thank you so much for having me and the tribe here. Happy to be here today.
Oh, so glad to have you here. Okay, so tell us about whatever you're allowed to say.
Okay, my chapter is called Fear Equals Face Everything and Rise. That is my chapter title.
Say it one more time.
Fear equals face everything and rise. Most people think of fear where you're, stuck in fear. What is it? False evidence of being real. But mine is face everything and rise.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Are you going to say more?
Yes, I can.
Come on now, Dr. Jerry. Let us say a little something. Dr. Jerry up there looking serious in that bubble over there. I'm like,
I know where she doesn't want me to say, so I will say a little bit about my walk past hell. And my story is about living and facing everything and rising after being attacked and raped when I was 19.
Okay, I gotta put it in this. I'll lay back in my chair for that. I have to lay back in the chair on that one. Okay. Wow. Do you know how many people are going to benefit from your story? There are people that are 40, 50, 60, still holding on because and who can say that a person shouldn't be still traumatized for something that was a traumatizing situation, right? So what advice do you give women to be able to deal with something that, and it's not you revealing everything in your chapter, but dealing with something that has been a traumatizing experience in their lives? And all of you can speak to this, but they have to be able to face it and rise, face everything and rise, according to your chapter.
Yeah.
What advice, or at least a tip, that you can share with women that have experienced trauma like that?
Seek help. It is so important that people seek help. There's a stigma obviously around it, and people don't want to talk about it. And people will say you should move on, you should get past this. You can't get past it until you face it. And so important that you are dealing with it. It took me a minute to deal with it, but you have to talk about it. If it's with a family member, if it's with a therapist, and the African-American community often does not embrace therapy. Therapy saved my life. And I recommend it highly. Seek help, because some things we can't deal with on our own. Of course, there's faith in God and, persevering and pressing and praying to God. But sometimes you just need that human hug. And I think God created therapists to kind of give us that physical human hug so that we can face everything and rise.
Wow. That's just such incredible advice. Seek help, guys. If there's something going on, get the help that you need immediately. Don't wait until you go to a conference. Don't wait until you talk to your girlfriend or a male friend. Go get the help that you need immediately. And with internet being the way that it is, there are all kinds of hotlines and resources available immediately. So you don't have to wait until somebody comes across us and tells us the best way to handle the situation. Just go get the help. And even sometimes get the help anonymously if you don't feel comfortable sharing all of your information. Say, I need help in this area, and it's for a friend. Say something. Okay.
And I did wait. I waited. And so life got much better when I faced it so that I can move forward. So I'm encouraging people, don't get stuck in guilt. Don't get stuck in shame. Get help.
You are an encouragement, and I'm so glad that you are here today on the Kim Jacobs Show. I'm going to put your contact information up for people to see. Pamela Tate, make sure you stay connected with her. She can be reached at, is this www.mm?
No, www.misstatewrites.com.
Okay. So MissTateWrites.com. Just retype that when you're back in the private thing for me. MissTateWrites.com. And also, we'll put this back up again, but her email is ptateroger@gmail.com. I spell it out because I also have podcast listeners on iHeartRadio. So I want them in on different platforms, but it's ptateroger @gmail.com. And on Facebook and Instagram, she's Ms. Pamela Tate. So if you want to follow her on her website, it's MsTateWrites.com. Outstanding. And somebody said, okay, I have to get this book. Oh my gosh. Yes, my Pammy. Selena says, okay. And then somebody said, definitely counseling is necessary. Wow. Okay. So you have a story to tell and you are here facing it in every way, everything, and you still rising. To God be the glory for you. All right, everybody. So we're going to take a quick commercial break and then we're going to come back. And when we come back, we're going to be talking with Ashira Windsor. So I look forward to us coming back and getting to hear your story, some, Ashira. Everyone, today's episode is sponsored in part by none other than Snow Legal Group. Now, Snow Legal Group, they are, let me put their information up for you. They are willing, if you say that you're calling them and you're calling because you were referred by the Kim Jacobs Show, Attorney Kenneth D. Snow said that they will answer a question or so for you without any consultation fee. That's huge. Do you know everything requires a major consultation fee right now? So he said, just say that you saw it on the Kim Jacobs Show and they will take a moment to answer your question. Also, if you're dealing with any kind of liability issues and you're not sure, you may have been in a bicycle accident, a motorcycle accident, any kind of accident, reach out to them and see if they can help you, especially if you're in the Charlotte or surrounding areas or in the South Carolina area. The phone number is 704-358-0026. And you can also email them at info@snowlegal.com. Let's learn more about them now.
I'm attorney Kenneth D. Snow, and at the Snow Legal Group, justice is our job.
For more than 20 years, Attorney Snow has been fighting for justice and winning cases in the Carolinas by providing aggressive representation in criminal defense, domestic violence, family law, serious injury, and wrongful death. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident, including tractor trailer or rideshare, you need the Snow Legal Group by your side, fighting for justice and fighting for you. Visit snowlegal.com. Call 704-358-0026 for a free virtual consultation. Located at 6827 Fairview Road, Suite D in South Park.
All right, everyone. And also make sure that you stay connected with the Kim Jacobs Show. I encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can simply do that by going to YouTube and hit the subscribe button on the Kim Jacobs Show, and then turn on that notification bell to all, and you'll be invited to be right here in the studio audience in your virtual seats every weekday at 11 o'clock a.m. Here are some other ways to stay connected. All right, welcome back to the Kim Jacobs Show. And for those that are just tuning in, we are talking with the authors of My Walk Past Hell. There are 30 authors in this anthology that Dr. Yolanda Jerry wrote. And here is the cover. So you'll get to see the cover. It's a woman in there walking past hell. She'd have been through it, but she's on her way out. And Dr. Yolanda Jerry has selected 30 authors to be able to share a chapter in this book. So we're quite honored to have some of these authors today. So next we're going to hear from Ashira Windsor. How are you, Ashira? And you know
I'm
what?
doing wonderful this morning. Thank you very much for allowing this platform for the tribe.
I'm looking
to
forward
share their
to it. So let me introduce you. I know that's what I've been doing, and then I throw it off by saying hello, right? Like, lady, when you introduce everybody else first, let me go here. Okay, we live in a world encompassed by a deep need for personal understanding, spiritual growth, and change. Determined to meet the need one person at a time is the compassionate, professional Ashira Windsor. Ashira is an author, advocate, clinical social worker, and the owner and lead therapist at Catalyst Counseling and Therapy Services, which is awesome. My goodness. Okay. And she operates in the states of California, Mississippi. Ashira is thoroughly committed to the breakthrough of both clients and professionals through the specialty of Catalyst Counseling and Therapy Services, adjoining her purpose for healing others with the establishment of facilitating more space for professionals called to the same standard. Catalyst Counseling and Therapy Service is also a breeding ground for social workers in training. This is critical, and doubles as an internship site if you're looking for internship site for universities around the country. And her most accomplished thing that she's proud of is co-founding Bridging the Gap Transitional Age Youth Program, which is a nonprofit that she founded and co-founded in 2020. Wow. Her mantra is simple. She has a genuine love for her profession and the opportunities that it allows for her to help others. And she has a lot of educational accolades as well, a bachelor's of social work from Norfolk State, her master's in social work from University of Southern California, and she is backed by more than 10 years in her field and is licensed in both Mississippi and California. And it's a lot of other things that are going on in her life. I'm going to let her share more of those with you, but I would like to welcome at this time Ashira Windsor.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Tell us about some things. Well, you have plenty of things that you have been doing in conferences and women's conferences, social work conferences. There are a lot of things that God's entrusted to your hands. Tell us about your chapter, and then you can talk to us about some other things that you have going on as well.
So my chapter is named The Devil at My Door. And it is my personal story about how domestic violence led to infant loss for me. And so that's basically what the chapter is about. Dr. Jerry brought up the greediness of the stories. I think that that's probably what mine is, probably one of those greedy stories. It was really hard for me to write. I had never put pen to paper and read actually the trauma that I've experienced. And so I found myself texting Dr. Jerry constantly saying, oh my God, I'm crying. Like, I'm writing this, but I'm crying. And so obviously understanding that it was something that I had not truly healed from, but I had just pushed down to the inside of me.
Okay. Okay. Now,
I told you, Kim, did I tell you?
This is going to be a lot because you're covering, I mean, based on the authors that are coming on here, there are so many areas of every woman's life that you're touching on in some regard. Do you know how many women, and I don't know the answer to this, and so maybe there's a statistic, I'm sure there's a statistic out there, Shannon, if you find it or somebody finds it, let me know. But how many women experience the death of their child? Because once you've conceived that child is a child. That child is your child. You are their mother. And that child to have to pass away at the hands of something that was domestic violence related is, I can't imagine. So some people, I can't imagine. So what do you say, Ashira, to people that could be able to give them some level, because they may be dealing with this before they even get to read your chapter in April. So what advice can you give to anybody that may be experiencing domestic violence and they're pregnant?
So first off, get help. Domestic violence is a cycle. And so saying get help, I feel like sometimes is really easy to, come off of our mouth, but it's really hard to break that cycle. And you are most often, you're in the most danger when you are trying to break that cycle, when you are trying to leave. So if you feel like you are ready to get out of that situation, come up with a strong, solid plan before you leave, before you try to leave that situation, because that is going to be the difference between life and death for you. And so, which also will be a part of my story, but I won't go too much into that. I have to leave something to
Dr. Jerry, look at her face. Let me pull Dr. Jerry over for 1 second. I have to put her up here because she's like, look at your face, Dr. Jerry. You're like, don't play. Don't y'all
I'm trying not to cry over here. You don't understand these. See, you started, Kim. These stories up in this book, these women are being raw. They're being raw with their stories. And when people read these stories. I'm telling you, if you can see the tears in my eyes, you will get the same tears, because these ladies have suffered real trauma. But God still has them here to share with the world, to let people know, hey, I'm still here. I'm unsinkable. I'm resilient. I'm transformational. My story is life-changing.
Dr. Jerry, you done picked a whole group of women that's going to tear this nation upside down, is what it's going to do, because nobody's going to think the same after they read these chapters in this book. I never even was thinking like that until you just said what you said, Ashira. And I wasn't thinking from the perspective of a person being in domestic violence. I can only speak for Kim. I can't speak for anybody else. I always think, oh my gosh, the woman has to be safe, or the man has to be safe. Whoever's in that domestic violence situation, get to safety, get yourself to safety. That's all I've ever thought. But to hear you say your child is a part of that equation, and then you've already revealed that your child passes away, that shakes the foundation of everything I ever thought when it even came to domestic violence. I never even thought like that. So this is just a transparent moment for me to be on the show saying that. What? Okay, I don't know. What else do you want to say? Because I don't even know.
So I guess I just want to say the name of my chapter is The Devil at My Door, but I need to say that it took that devil being at my door to motivate me to greatness. Any of my clients that I see, I always say to them, own all of the good, the bad, and ugly in your life, in your past, and you use them as the catalyst to propel you to your dreams. You, no matter what happens to you, no matter how bad, no matter how awful, you get to take that and you get to own it and you get to spin it in whatever way you want to. And the reason that I am still here and I'm here with all of these beautiful ladies today is that I decided that I was going to use whatever it was negative as a catalyst to propel me to my dreams. I decided that I was not going to lay down and die, that the devil was not going to win, that this happened to me. It's mine. I claim it. I own it. And I am going to use this for my good, no matter what it is. And that is what that is what it is. I feel like God allows us to go through things as our children, as his children, to push us into our purpose. I would never change one iota of anything that has happened to me in my past, because I would not be the effective therapist that I am today. I would not be able to touch people the way that I am able to do today. So I own all of it, every little bitty piece of it.
I am so grateful that you're saying that, because all of us that have experienced some walk past hell, I believe that it has happened for whatever the reason that God allows it to happen, for us to be able to be more compassionate. I am a whole different level of compassion when it comes to a mother having her son pass away or her daughter pass away. I thought I was compassionate before, sending a plant and sending a card and sending a letter and calling and giving my condolences. None of that matters at the level that I know what really matters now, whenever my own child passed away. So you are a walking testimony. All of you ladies are, and I'm so honored to know you. Okay. How do people stay in touch with you, Ashira?
You can reach me at www.catalystcounselingandtherapy.com, and I put it in the
I have it here.
the message section.
Yes.
And then that's that. If you just dial that phone number or email that email that's on there, you will get in touch with me that way.
Now, what if when people do reach out to you, because I'm sure some people are going to reach out to you from the show, are you offering consultation? What happens when people reach out to you?
So when you reach out to me, you will first get my lovely assistant. She will do a brief screening to see exactly what you're looking for, who you're looking for. We have several therapists, And then if you want a consultation, we do offer brief consultations, 15 to 30 minutes, just to see what it is exactly you need. And then we go from there. So if you decide you want our services, we send you a portal where you fill out all of your documentation. We're mostly a paperless agency. And when you step through the door, you're basically ready to go.
Wow. Okay. So that's Catalyst Counseling and Therapy.com. Make sure you reach out to Ashira, and she's so compassionate and wanting to serve you for sure. Some other comments that came in is, to the world, Jamila says, to the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you may be the world. Yes. And you're so powerful, Paula said. Okay. Wow. Wow. All right. So we're going to get to meet another young lady, which I'm excited and honored to introduce to you at this time. Veronica. Veronica is a mixologist. She's a mixologist, a spiritual coach, mentor, and herbalist in women's health. She is the CEO and founder of Lotus Moon Holistic and Spiritual Gifts, LLC, where she is branding new products constantly and growing her business. After finishing high school as a teen mom, she ventured out to try various different career fields, such as beautician, medical receptionist, and bartender. But with a great family support, she could explore all, but never quite found her passion. So she was born in the Colorado Springs area, and her parents were military, which made her a resident of many places. And she names all of the different places that she's resided in, ranging from Japan, Florida, you name it. She's pretty much lived there. She has a passion for such causes as teen pregnancy, where she worked with the mayor of Ocean Springs, Mississippi, mentoring young teens on the woes of being a teen mom. She is a mother of 3, grandmother. I talked to her about that yesterday. I was like, you're not somebody's grandmother. She is a grandmother, a wife, daughter, sister, aunt, and CEO. You will find that her perseverance over her life challenges never swayed her from being the very best version of herself. Welcome, Veronica.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Doing great, doing great. And we're doing even better now that we've been blessed with you all. So tell us, Veronica, about your story in My Walk Past Hell.
Well, my story's chapter's name is No More Locked Doors. And when I speak on that, I'm speaking on the women that's been through the things that I've been through, that didn't seek help, and it took them to a place where nobody wants to see. And I still deal with that mentally, as far as what I went through in that situation, and how domestic violence and teen pregnancy and affairs brought me to that dark place. And it definitely was a journey. But like I said, I went past that. And I'm on my new journey as far as my business is concerned, and as far as my life is concerned. I'm trying to reach out and grab the girls that don't talk about things. Wow. The teen moms that go through domestic violence. You know, I was a young teen mom and was abused at 15 years old when I had my son, and I never talked about it. I went to school with marks and black eyes, and nobody even knew what I was going through. And then, I repeated the cycle again and again, and it brought me to that very dark place.
Wow. Okay. Let me tell you right now, again, another incredibly inspiring. I can already tell just by hearing you that it's an incredibly inspiring story that we're going to read in your chapter. And the devil at my door. Do you know how many times the devil has been knocking at all of our doors in life? So what do we do?
So many.
And it's not one particular aspect of life. The devil is always, you're like, who that? That's the devil. It's like, get thee behind me, Satan, because I know the devil when I see him. And there are sometimes that we don't know the devil when we see him. Now, let's talk about that for a quick second. Again, I don't have any scripted questions. Sometimes the devil then got through the door. Okay.
So many times.
Now that the devil got through the door, and it's like, boop, could a V8 moment. You didn't even know. It's like, what? That was the devil? That had the devil in it? That had something to do with the devil? Never ever even crossed my mind that the devil had anything to do with the loveliness that was appearing. How do you deal with that from any of your perspective? Veronica, obviously you could speak to it most.
It's hard to find out if you don't seek help and find out what you're not looking for. You know, if you're just accepting anything, then the devil can come in many ways. The devil can come in many places. So you have to know yourself first. And when you know yourself first, the devil will be hard to get in your door.
When you know yourself first, the devil's gonna be hard to get in that door, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all make note of that. When you know yourself, the devil's gonna have a hard time getting in that door. Anybody else have anything to chime in on about the devil at the door? Go ahead, Ashira.
I also want to say too that we need to remember that a lot of the behavior that we allow ourselves to experience has been normalized for us. It's based on what kind of family you grew up in, what kind of relationships you were allowed to watch as children growing up. If you watched the consistent fights with your parents, or it can become normalized for you. You can it can seem normal. You may assume that everybody else's parents are acting the same way, and so sometimes it takes you to step outside of that family unit to understand that what you're experiencing is not normal. It's abnormal. And when you understand that, hopefully you will be on that journey to receiving the help that you need. I can't tell you as a therapist how many times I've had women sit in front of me and tell me that if they weren't being beat on, that it wasn't a real man. And it is because they'd watched this behavior growing up. They watched their mom stay with their dad for 30 some odd years, and her being physically, emotionally, mentally abused every day, and it became normalized for them. And so sometimes you have to understand that that there's that barrier there, that that behavior has been normalized for you. Before you can get the help.
That's good. Great point.
I'm going to add on to what Ashira's just mentioned. She talked about it's norm, it's stuff that we saw growing up. But let me also add the other layer to today. Society has normalized this behavior. Mm-hmm. You have social media that puts out things to show that people are fighting, or men are beating up on women, women beating up on women, the domestic abuse, just on, the racial wars, all these different things that you see on social media, you see on TV. You no longer see a whole lot of positive news happening. You don't no longer see community leaders being raised up for the great things that they're doing. But you let somebody put some drama out there on the news or on social media. That shows that this society has normalized this type of behavior. So now, as parents and community leaders, we have to work extra hard to try to ensure that our children don't be a victim to all of this stuff that's going on.
Good gracious almighty. Okay, very good point. Okay, Veronica.
I would also like to add that low self-esteem plays a big part of what you choose to go through into your life. You can grow up with the best parents, and if something tragic happens to you, low self-esteem will play a big part in what you choose to deal with in your life.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Good feedback. I cannot wait to read your chapter. All of these chapters that are in here, I'm going to read all of them, but I just can't. I'm so excited about each and every one of them. Not from the perspective of I think I'm going to have a great experience reading it, but I think that it's going to be so a heart tug to help people look at everybody's situation differently. And you can only look at it differently because you never would have even thought like that until we encounter my walk past hell. Now it's like changing everything for us. Okay. How do people stay connected with you, Veronica?
Well, you can stay with me, connected with me on Facebook. You can email me at benaturallyme55@gmail.com.
Is it in the chat by chance?
Yes.
Okay. I'll find it here then. Okay, Be Naturally Me.
Or you can on Facebook at the symbol Lotus Me. I'm sorry, I forgot what it was, but it was it's V Lotus Moon.
Okay. Well, I'm going to find it back here somewhere. I don't see it, but I will find it shortly and put it all up so that I can see. I see. Yeah, I want to pull that directly up. I see all of these back here.
Let me see.
Well, while we're waiting, though, while we get ready to pull that up, and tell me if it's back there once you see it. I do want to put some of these comments in here from today's broadcast, and it's quite a few comments. So I'm excited to hear you guys chime in this way. Let's go all the way back so I don't skip anybody. And first of all, we're going to go back to Dr. Jerry's tribe. That's how we're going to start it. Everybody, if you haven't hashtag Dr. Jerry's tribe, that simply means that Dr. Yolanda Jerry, who's the person that you see here front and center here, is actually spearheaded this project called My Walk Past Hell. And it's an anthology project with 30 authors in there. And she has a tribe called Dr. Jerry's tribe. So everybody's hashtag that. Make sure you get that out, get the word out about Dr. Jerry's tribe. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put this, how people can stay connected. Is it back here? Let me see. Okay, I see Veronica. Yay. I see some contact information. I'll put it all up here for you. For Veronica, because I want to make sure you know how to stay connected with her. Let me put you back, Veronica. And we're going to put your email address here. And I think people definitely want to stay connected with you. That's for sure. Is V, tell them what that is.
BeNaturallyMe55@gmail.com.
All right. And then also I have here your Instagram. So tell them that as well. And we're going to put that.
BeNaturallyMe55.
Excellent. Okay. So it's VNaturallyMe VNaturallyMe at G55@gmail.com. And let me make sure you know how that's being spelled, everyone that's listening on the podcast. Is V.
One L.
Right. Yeah, that's important because people won't get you. And then they'll be like, well, Kim, you said VNaturally. Okay. So it's VEENATURALYME55, and that's 2 numbers, 55@gmail.com. When you're across different platforms, you have to consider all the platforms. They'll be like, what are you saying? We don't know. We couldn't find the lady. Okay. And then her Instagram is also VNaturallyMe55, and that's VEENATURALYME and 2 number 5s. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Veronica. I appreciate you sharing your story and cannot wait to read your chapter. Okay, so now we're going to open it up for regular discussion. So if you all, first of all, let's give these ladies a high five. Put a 5 in the comments if you have any level of just, yes, they did that. They did that. So a 5 in the comments. Dr. Jerry, let me know whenever. Okay, because I want to make sure you get a chance to say a closing comment too.
I'm actually getting ready to bow out right now.
Okay, let me let you say one thing over here. I want to, Dr. Jerry, we already know she had an appointment, but Dr. Jerry, any closing comments from you?
I just want to say to everyone to be encouraged, no matter what you're going through. Know that you can come out on top and be a victor and not always be a victim.
Absolutely. And this is Dr. Jerry. So make sure you hashtag Dr. Jerry's tribe, Dr. Jerry's tribe. Dr. Jerry, thank you for being with us today, and go ahead and have a blessed day. Thank you. God bless you. All right, everybody else, we're going to just answer some of the studio audience questions. Before we do, if I could take a quick moment to just give you the opportunity to meet attorney Charles Everidge, and he and his firm, they actually do disability cases. If you're dealing with Social Security disability, or if you're dealing with accidents or workers' compensation, and you're not exactly sure who to call, if you're in the Charlotte and surrounding area or in the Richmond and surrounding areas, make sure you reach out to hunterandevridge.com.
I'm attorney Charles Everidge. I started out representing insurance companies until my father was seriously injured at work. 4 of his fingers were amputated. Our family went through a lot, so I know what you're going through as an injured worker. If you've been hurt on the job, call me now. I'll fight to get the workers' comp benefits you may deserve. I'll fight for you like family. Put my experience to work for you. Call 704-457-5000, the first call for injured workers.
Absolutely. And make sure that you say that the Kim Jacobs Show did send you their way. And here's their phone number. Again, it's 377-9157. And they are located in the Charlotte, North Carolina area on Monroe Road. Okay. All right. So everybody will be able to answer any of these questions that come forward. So please just unmute yourself if you know that you have the answer to this question. All right. Let's go back and give everyone a chance to. There's been a lot of great questions and comments. I don't even know if it's been so many, I can't go all the way back to the beginning. It won't let me go all the way back to the beginning of the broadcast. Isn't that crazy? But okay, I'll go to where it will allow me to start right here. Sis, I'm so proud of you, Brenda Babs Young. Yes, Brenda. So it was some more comments early on. I am a customer. I felt that. I'm a customer. People are putting hearts. I wear her pieces, Brenda, so they wear your pieces and they love your jewelry. Awesome. Face everything and rise. Wow. Nice acronym. Nice acronym. Yes. Yes. Lots of comments coming in. Amen. Amen. I share with you all the episode sponsors. I can't wait to read this book is what Jamila said. Yes. Well said. Lots of great celebratory comments coming in for you all. Counseling is necessary. And I do ask if you all would be willing to go back at the end and go to the Facebook page, because a lot of the comments in there are for you all, and you might be able to just comment and respond back to them. So people are really excited. Yes, my Pammy, they want this book. I have to get the book. I'm so excited. Can't wait to read the book. All of you are boss ladies and you are very inspirational, Sonia said. God gets all the glory. Well put together, ladies. Wonderful work, ladies. Jerry's Tribe. Yes, yes. Lots of comments, and they say, you are amazing, ladies. Yes, y'all. What is your accountability word for the year or the month? Hers is Destiny 2021, Zakia said. So what's your accountability word? Anybody take a moment to stab at that question?
Mine is Elevate.
Woohoo!
Love yourself. 2021.
Love yourself?
Love yourself.
Okay, love yourself.
Mine is Fiercely Moving Forward.
Fiercely moving forward. Cynthia, what did you say yours was?
Elevate 2021.
Elevate 2021. Okay, Ashira?
I don't really have one. I'm just rolling with the punches.
That's it right there. Rolling with the punches. That's your word.
Sounds like resilience to me.
Rolling with the punches. Okay, really good. Really good. Okay, everybody said Elevate 2021. Lots of other things, accountability, all of these things that people are like, woo, that's right. This is in a 1 hour time frame. We got a lot accomplished. Ashira, thanks for sharing your personal story and allowing it to be used to help others. Strong, silent plan. That is powerful, having a strong, silent plan. And why is it important to have a strong, silent plan?
I'd like to tap in there. Sometimes when you move loudly, the devil can jump in the details. When you move silently, you sometimes just need to go through it alone with God.
Very good. And then nobody knows your move until the move happens. I love that. Anybody else want to chime in?
I'm going to tap in on that one. To piggyback off of that, sometimes you have to become unavailable to people. We spend so much time making sure everybody else is all right, but we're not helping ourselves. So you have to become unavailable to everybody else, your family included. You just got to take a step back and focus on yourself sometimes.
Really good. Really good. Okay. Life-changing, unsinkable, strong women, raw stories, lots of hashtags going around here. Amen. Preach Ashira. People are really say that. What Satan means for evil, God uses for our good and for his glory. Ashira Windsor, this is moving. I'm proud of you. Lots of people have commented. Everybody commented on all of your times when you were speaking. So to the world, you may be one person. We said that. So powerful. I just was trying to get through some of these comments because it's been some great comments. Yes, you can hear it in Veronica's voice tone. Beautiful, beautiful. Just some wonderful comments that have come in. Make sure you guys go back and take a listen. Dr. Jerry's Tribe means that she is our mentor sister, and we are now lifelong friends. That's the definition of Dr. Jerry's Tribe. My mom said, hello, ladies. I am watching. That's my mommy. Hey, Mom. Okay. And lots of fives. Everybody's giving you guys high fives all throughout today's broadcast. Make sure if you don't do anything else, you start a watch party and invite your friends to see this story, these women and their journey. Make sure you take a moment to just start a watch party at a time that's convenient for you this evening or throughout this week, and give people a chance to experience what we experienced here today on the Kim Jacobs Show. It's been incredible and life-changing. And I cannot imagine what the book is going to do if just a 1 hour time with you guys have done this. So it's amazing. Yes, Richmond, Virginia, Zakia, Charles Everidge and Hunter. Is hunterandeveridge.com. They are in the Richmond and the Charlotte area. Make sure you say Kim Jacobs referred you. Dr. Jerry's tribe. Amen. Amen. Sometimes we have to be a little selfish with our own time. Self-care is important. All of you ladies should be applauded for your courage. Wow. Okay. It's a whole lot more comments that were at the beginning of the broadcast as well. Ladies, you are amazing. And I am honored to know you and grateful that you came here on the Kim Jacobs Show today. Are there any closing thoughts? You know how each person may just have that one thing you'd be like, dog, I didn't get to say this and I meant to say it. And now the show ending and I sitting here, didn't say it. So let's unmute yourself, Cynthia, and say one last closing thought.
One thing that I would like to share is to encourage individuals to be open and transparent and share when you're going through different challenges and different struggles. I know for me, I chose to go through my struggles alone in regards to what I wrote about in my chapter. And I put a lot of pressure on myself. And it doesn't mean to share with everyone. If there's just that one person or a couple of people that you just open up to, and even just to vent about what you're going through will help to release some of the pressure. And so for me, writing about my experience, it was very healing.
Wow.
Just to take that burden off. So do open up to someone.
I'm glad you said that. And I know I personally go through things and I do open up to a very select number of people, but that's such a important thing for me to be able to just purge and say, so I need some help in this area and I need a good listening ear and I need some advice, because no matter what your level or your titles are in life, we all go through things. And so to walk around like I don't have anything that I'm going through. I am fine. I'm not fine all the time at all. And I go through things that I'm dealing with, but I don't go and publicize it to everybody. I just talk to my select people, but I love the advice that you just gave, Cynthia. Let me also take a moment to let you know that tomorrow I have Kern Cherry. So for all of y'all, I think y'all know who this woman is, right? She will be right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. And she's one of the co-authors of My Walk Past Hell. But tomorrow she's going to be talking about her other aspect of life, how to get butts in the seat, y'all. If you want to get some butts in the seat at your events and your conferences, she's going to tell you how to do that right here on the Kim Jacobs Show at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you're in the studio audience. And one way to do that is make sure you subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show. Turn on that notification bell to all, and you're going to be here automatically. Okay, let's go to you, Pamela, with your closing thought.
I was going to say the sounds of silence are horrific. Reach out to someone and seek help.
Really good. Yeah. Really good. Okay, Ashira.
I just want to say we tend to hold ourselves back based on feeling unworthy. So I just want to say to you, it doesn't matter. Your past doesn't matter. It only matters where you're trying to go in the future. So that's what I want to say to you. We all have backstories. A lot of them encompass tragedy and trauma, but once again, you get to take that and spin it however you want to. So it doesn't matter where you've been, only matters where you're going.
Wow. And you're right. Everybody have a backstory. So any of you that want to share your backstory once the book is released and you're like, I'm coming on the Kim Jacobs Show and share my full backstory, because then it's already released, you're welcome to come back and be my guest exclusively, to be a guest to talk about your backstory. Okay. Because there's a lot more to your story than what's in that chapter. I know. So you got plenty to say. All right, Brenda, go ahead and unmute yourself and share your final comment.
So my final comment would be, your story is for somebody else. No matter how much of it that you keep to yourself, it's all right to share it, and it's all right to get help. So share it, and you may bless somebody else with what you've already gone through and survived.
Wow. Okay. I love that point. I love that point because your story is for somebody else. Wow. Even if you don't want to share your story, huh? What if your story is going to impact other people and you'd be like, I don't want to share my story.
But that's okay, because it's not, when you tell it, it's your story, not their version.
Okay. Y'all gonna have me be like, Kim, we weren't saying say that now. You'd be like, see, we were just talking about the other pieces of your life, not that one part. And they're like, you told me, Brenda, you told me to share my story. All right. Veronica, unmute yourself.
My closing is love yourself, be accountable for anything that you allow to go on in your life, and just shine. And when you need help, seek it.
Wow. We can't get no better closing comments than this, y'all. Y'all heard it all right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Make sure, Courtney said, yes, give it away. It is definitely for many other people. And if you share your story, yes. Very inspiring and encouraging words. Looking forward to obtaining and reading this book. If you have not gotten your copy of you're not going to get it until April. But the minute it comes out in late April, here's the cover. My Walk Past Hell is going to be available. You see the image of the woman, and she is walking past hell in her life. Is Dr. Yolanda Jerry, and she has 30 authors that are part of this anthology project. When it comes out, you'll be the first to know, because she's going to tell me, and I'm going to make sure I tell you all that the book is released and you can get your copy. Thank you all so much for blessing us today with your presence, everyone. Thank you all for being in the studio audience. I've put lots of ways for you to stay connected with the Kim Jacobs Show. If you like the content that you see, please make sure you're a financial online contributor to the show. And it does help me be able to have the show air every day. It's a lot to do a show Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m., y'all. So if you ever want to support the Kim Jacobs Show so it can keep being on the air like this, here's some financial ways to do so. And I am now having the show on Clubhouse every Tuesday. Last night's guest was incredible. So if you ever want to be one of my Clubhouse guests, and you want to be on Clubhouse with me on a Tuesday, just let me know. You can inbox me or text me, or if you don't have my text, just inbox me on social media and let's say, Kim, I want to go live with you on Clubhouse on Tuesday, girl. And I'll have you go live with me. Okay. And what else? And then obviously we have merchandise now. So I like to tell everybody we do have, I watch the Kim Jacobs Show cups, and we also have I Am a Mother Dreamer. We have I Am a Mother Dreamer cups. And it says, I am a mother dreamer, which I am. And we have t-shirts and books and all kinds of stuff right on our merchandise page. So you can go to Kim Jacobs Show and purchase your merchandise as well. Thank you, ladies, for being on. I'm going to talk to you guys backstage in 2 seconds. And we're going to close out today's episode. But you all are the best. I love it. I've enjoyed this so much. All right, everybody, we're going to see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. And I'm going to close out this way to let you know, if you're ever interested in starting your own show from scratch, I do a program. It's an 8-week online course. You work at your own pace, or you can do 4 one-hour sessions with me, and I'll help you be able to create your own show from scratch. Have a great one. See you tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Hey, everyone, I'm Kim Jacobs, and I'm so excited to go on this journey with you. You and I are going to have a great time as you go through this course on how to create your own online show from scratch. Everything that you need to know from A to Z, everything that I know anyway, I'm going to pour it into you. We're going to have a great time talking about what should your show even be called? Who's going to be your guest? How do you identify your target audience? How do you be able to get your studio audience engaged? What type of lighting should you use? All kinds of things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the different platforms that you should use. We're going on this journey together. So go ahead and grab your